Welcome back to Migmatis Golf, everybody. If you've swallowed the conventional golf instruction pill, then it's probably best you look away now because you're not going to like this one. We're going to get wild with a utility knife and some Vaseline. I know you're excited. Stay tuned. Find out what we're going to do. All right, here we go. So my last video was all about the importance of the hands in the golf swing. Really overlooked part of the golf swing by conventional golf instructions. Yes, they focus on the grip, but they don't really talk about the forces and the hand pressures, which, in my opinion, can far outweigh everything else you do in your swing. These can really wreck the golf swing, particularly, as I've spoken about, index finger and the thumb. So yes, the pros talk about a good grip and all that, but they don't really focus on these forces. And I am in firm belief that you should concentrate more on your hands than anything else. Okay, these are what wield the instrument, and these ultimately like fine-tune what it does, dictate what it does, apply the forces into the golf club. So, with that in mind, many years ago, I made a video, the first video on this subject, about the swing wreckers, these two digits here, and how they have a tendency in amateurs to apply force to the shaft at the wrong time. My last video, just go watch that, was all about the importance of training the hands, but it was giving you examples of some of the greats that know about this, and they're very conscious about it. Probably one of the greatest of all time, Ben Hogan, specifically singled out these two digits, called them swing wreckers, and how these could really ruin your swing. So, I've been racking my brain for many years on how to be aware of what's going on in your hands, because the swing happens so quickly, especially at full speed. It's one thing to make practice swings or slow swings or half swings, three-quarter swings, but those aren't the actual forces that go into a full swing. They might be similar, but when you take a full whack at it, you are doing things at such velocity and with so much more force that it's hard to be aware of what's going on in these hands on the grip and what it's doing to the golf club. So I came up with a master plan, and the master plan is crazy. I'm just warning you now, it's bat crazy, but stick with me, right? So I teased you. It involves a utility knife and some Vaseline. Don't laugh. But it's not as crazy as you think. It works. I've done it. It works. I can't believe how well it works. So let's just get into it. Where's that bit gone? See this here? This is part of the grip on this golf club. This is an old Wilson fat shaft. This is the first set of clubs I ever owned. I just found them in the barn at my parents' place, and this is a 3-iron. Why I ever bought a 3-iron as a beginner golfer, I have no idea. I love these clubs, Wilson fat shaft. You know, they were called fat shaft because they were slightly fatter. Anyway, what have I done? I've butchered this, sacrificed this club to prove my point. So, what I've done here is I removed about a 2-inch section, cut it out, just using like a utility knife. I've cut it out about a 2-inch section just below the end of the left hand when it's on the grip, just where the thumb and the index finger on the right hand for a right-handed golfer sit on the shaft. So I'm going to put my grip on and I'm going to demonstrate. So there you go. You see that bare bit there? That's kind of where my index finger hooks round. And on this side, it's where my thumb applies pressure. Now, I know what you're asking. You all want to know where the Vaseline comes in. Well, the Vaseline is put on the bare shaft there. And the reason it's put on there is to make it very slippery, so that in my swing, if I apply any kind of pressure with the thumb, it wants to just pop off the shaft. And if I try to apply any pressure this way with the hook of the index finger, it just slips off it. It makes you very, very aware of what these two guys are doing. I've just been outside in the net, and you take some practice swings, and the first thing you notice is how this part of the shaft just slips around in your right hand, and it forces you to be much more in control with the left hand and just be passive with this right hand for a right-handed golfer. So the trail hand, be passive with the trail hand, especially these two digits. It forces you to just kind of, especially in transition, be passive. And then when you get down to towards the strike, then you're able to kind of apply pressure to the side of the shaft without these digits slipping around. But it's really, really good. So get yourself an old club, less than $5, you know, down the second-hand store, charity shop. Tear out a bit of that. Get some good old Vaseline. Lube it up. And swing away. You will be amazed. You will be amazed at what kind of feedback you will get from this. Now, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you amateurs, if you're like me, you are applying a lot of force in your swing to this part of the club, especially in transition. So you get to the top, your brain says, go ahead, hit this ball, and your dominant hand and these dominant digits, they want to go to work. And they start applying pressure to that shaft, and it can ruin your swing. Forget about all the hips and shoulders and whatnot. If this is applying pressure at the wrong time, in the wrong place, it can undo everything else you're doing. Anyway, that was a quick one. Try it. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments. Maybe you think it's crazy. Maybe you're a traditional golf pro and you have never thought about this, but just give it a go. I think this is a winner, and I think this could help a lot of people. All right, please subscribe to the channel. Tell all your friends. Hit the bell. Do all that corny stuff. Trying to grow this channel, my friends. Trying to grow it. Please help us out. I'll see you again soon with another video. Take care.